Hey, 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 5A. Now we're going to start talking about our language arts assignment for today. We've got two parts to this assignment. First, we're going to talk about complete subjects and predicates, and then we're going to transfer that info into compound sentences. So, a few weeks ago, we were talking about subjects and predicates in simple sentences. So this would be a simple sentence like Sandra's friend lost the election. But we were only talking about just the subject and just the predicate. When we're talking about complete subjects and predicates, we're not just talking about one word. We're talking about all the words that go together to make our complete subject or our complete predicate. The complete subject is going to be all of the words that tell whom, or what a sentence is about. So remember, that's that main character. If we look at the sentence here, the members of the committee announced the winner. Usually, a couple weeks ago, we would just say the members, right? That's all that we're talking about. We're talking about the members. But when we're talking about the complete subject, we're actually going to talk about the members of the committee, okay? That's all the pieces of our complete subject. We need all of those words to get a full view of the sentence. That's who we're talking about. The complete subject is the members of the committee. The predicate, which when we talked about a couple weeks ago, the predicate was just the verb, right? The predicate a couple weeks ago would be just announced. If we're talking complete predicate, that's going to be all of the words telling what the subject does. So, the members of the committee is our complete subject. So, our complete predicate is going to be announced the winner, right? Remember, a couple weeks ago, the simple predicate would be just announced. But now we're talking complete predicate. So we need all of the pieces of this part of the puzzle. Announce the winner. Okay? So let's look at a couple of examples down here. Sandra's friend lost the election. Sandra's friend is our main character. Lost the election is our complete predicate. Remember, a couple weeks ago we would just put friend and lost, but now we're breaking up the whole sentence into complete subject, complete predicate, okay? Red and white balloons filled the room, okay? So we're talking about balloons, but we're talking about the red and white balloons. That is our complete subject. And our complete predicate is usually the simple predicate is filled. The complete predicate is filled the room. Two more. The happy winner thanked his friends. So, winner is the simple subject, but we're doing complete subjects this week. So we want the happy winner. That's all of the words that tell whom or what our sentence is about. Thanked is the simple predicate, but we are doing the complete predicate. Thanked his friends. Last but not least, the best candidate won the election. So as you can see, we're splitting up our sentences into complete subjects and complete predicates. All of the words are accounted for when we're talking this way, okay? Now, how this transfers into compound sentences is a little bit special. When we're talking about compound sentences, we're actually talking about two smaller sentences that we're putting together. And the way that we're putting that together is kind of special. So we take our two smaller sentences. So let's say we look at Brenda worked hard on the election and Max didn't do any work. Both of these have a complete subject and a complete predicate. So if I say Brenda and Max, right? Those are both my subjects. And then worked hard on the election would be my complete predicate, and didn't do any work would be my complete predicate. Okay? But what we can do when we're talking about compound sentences is, first step, we're going to put a comma at the end of the first sentence. Okay? So my comma is going to go right here where this period is. We're going to change that to a comma. You can't really see it. Let me use black. Okay? So I'm going to change that to a comma. Sometimes you might have to check this capitalization, so just be careful, but we'll come back to that. Then, after I've changed that to a comma, I'm going to add a conjunction. And we're going to use the conjunctions and, but, and or. Those are your three options: and, but, or. Okay? So, in this sentence, Brenda worked hard on the election, but Max didn't do any work. So I would put but right here in my sentence to combine my two smaller sentences into one compound sentence. All right? So let's do this together. John could offer to help Janet. He doesn't have a ride home. So what you can do when you're trying to figure out which one of these fits, we're going to try all of them and see which one sounds the best. John could offer to help Janet, and he doesn't have a ride home. That kind of works. Let's see if another one works better. John could offer to help Janet, but he doesn't have a ride home. I like that one, but let's try the last one just to be safe. John could offer to help Janet, or he doesn't have a ride home. That one doesn't make sense at all. So we're going to go with but. John could offer to help Janet. I put my comma there. But he doesn't have a ride home. And this would be one where we need to check this capitalization and change it to a lowercase since we're combining our sentences. So make sure you do that. I'm going to add that as a special step at the end. Check your capitalization. Okay? All right, let's go on to this next one. Lola didn't want to make signs. Jill needs signs to win. Excuse me. So we're going to try our three conjunctions here, okay? I'm going to go ahead and do my first step. Put a comma at the end of the first sentence. I'm going to do that right here, okay? Lola didn't want to make signs, and Jill needs signs to win. Again, that might work, but let's try but. Lola didn't want to make signs, but Jill needs signs to win. That one sounds pretty good. Let's try or just to be safe. Lola didn't want to make signs, or Jill needs signs to win. I don't know about that. That doesn't sound right. So I'm going to stick with but on this one. Man, we have all buts in our examples here. All right, let's see what this last one does. Oh, also, I almost forgot my extra step. I do not need to change any capitalization because Jill is a name, so that's going to stay capitalized. I almost forgot. All right, last but not least. Go ahead and I'm going to put my comma at the end of my first sentence. Jill could campaign in each class. She could walk around during lunch. Okay? Jill could campaign in each class, and she could walk around during lunch. That fits. Let's keep trying. Jill could campaign in each class, but she could walk around during lunch. That one doesn't quite make sense. Jill could campaign in each class, or she could walk around during lunch. I think that one sounds the best, so I'm going to go with or. And I'm going to read it one more time just to be safe. Jill could campaign in each class, or she could walk around during lunch. Also, extra step, check that capitalization. We're going to make that S lowercase because we're combining our sentences. Let's find one with and. I think this one up here could have been and, right? Brenda worked hard on the election and Max didn't do any work. Okay? I think you could do any of these on some of these sentences. You could kind of switch them out, but there you go. But compound sentence. Whatever sounds best to you, you might want to check, okay? So go back through and check, reread it again, check that capitalization, and make sure it all fits together nicely, okay? So on today's assignment, you have 2 steps. First, on your first assignment, you're going to be focusing on your complete subjects and complete predicates. So you'll have 5 sentences, and you will type your complete subject in the first box and the complete predicate in the second box. Then on slide number 7, you're going to be talking about compound sentences. So you're going to see 2 simple sentences on the left, and then on the right side, you're going to put those together to make a compound sentence by adding your comma, adding your conjunction, and don't forget to check that capitalization, okay? If you guys need any help, stay on after small groups to ask me a question if you have small groups with me today. Or you can log on to Mr. Jackson's office hours from 10:35 to 11:20 this morning. Or you can log on to my office hours from 3:30 to 4:15 this afternoon. Okay? Thank you, friends. I will see you when I see you. And that's all I got. Bye.